me fa the first one no I think say me draw to be two na me fa Inigo Martinez say the biano o social La Liga na La Liga no o person say Barca for no yard na problem bien see as I said I am share eba this guy is speaking diplomatically. First of all, he knows why your fans no bonny. He knows it say why your fans no bonny.
Okay,
you know. Or be can someone fancy the benyo dobi ediamano. He's speaking like a diplomat be a yasomano say uncle kasama mranto bi and I say uncle don't be akomantom yem. You no go say problem here chiro. Na yaw or admit one point say there have been a petition of last year DNB 102 but who say I say chiro what covered up one thing inigo can mama ne nyadwene say yaw one can also be on Barca. I say the club will compete. There's a competition there. Barca will compete every day. Obi when you true and true Barca man because Barca will win all titles. This has been the language. Where your Barca former player can't call Tebe being Casa because of this Madrid for Empirino. A Madrid former player can't call Casa. Or Becca says a squad new and you. Because they will win all titles. I say they will compete. And then they compete in a day. They're already competing. The other bottom of the table are competing. The mentality of a big club, let's the Casa. The two Casa fans and Akuma told me when I say. First of all, I say I try a well covered. The problem behind you. And I say now. But be a man in the say Kubasi now Bonabasino. I don't call him in the Go Martinez Yajini. Kubasi don't call Bonabasino. Kubasi ne rise no a bit surreal for his age and for his position.
Yes.
And one kakra how onya Spain national team ni be born Barca e be bono. From where he came from. But be on free bana kwa bia entity central defenders at that age you know. Satam ko bre from ho. E kwa fe no peso pie but at that age you know. Barca be push obi amanaba e bia midfielder kura bia oba or winger na attack bi but as a center back ya we na monta masa across this globe oh central defenders omu swapa omu ye niema ebro omu age no so Lenny Euro Bastoni and then Kubasi Asensio aba but hit you know asama Asensio akoteka across so I've taken him out of the list. Now the NT America say Kubasi profile no you be surprised and they say me center back Obama on and off the ball qualities or your mama taking number one into me ranky piquet da me ranky piquet da JPK me ranking it da.
Why?
On your defender mama he came at a very perfect era with an element of play that fitted into the ideology of his coaches. And on the on-ball quality. A defender, what's your job? You function without the ball. Piquet, they did or the break game no without the ball. Ball crap Piquet here for the one. But you see, and you don't call a football pay. Or not so what be a football pay. And then on the ball quality now, Jara Piquet de Bano. Say I'm passing. You hold the ball no control and stability in. But to be very honest, me baby Kubasi and no. That is the class of defenders I'm here regardless of any attribute the achievement and anything he has gotten so far. Kubasi on a Pepe line or so, on a Ramos line or so, Chiellini Bonucci, central defenders who can tackle equally can also pass good. It's the edge now ball for Spain, Barca and Tenzio. And you're there to repeat Brisa. He can tackle, he can intercept or block it, or everything of far area balls or survive in contact. Contact in the day. Do baby only draw by more type or no personal survive it. So a Hong Kong baby I mean Inigo Martinez here I've say oh this young boy Nabaso or Basse. But the real deal in the say there hasn't been that balance of leadership Garcia ba na a stabilize kakra okwa it has been the case unlike or no Inigo hono na oka say osuro so beka so mba wini ana because when you see the defense you ba sentimi fan ko Champions League no Now what crown hala no cry exposed. Now I feel control be any I have stuck to my point. So Basa, this defense we amudi kwedi. The double na amuji last year no crown me the query at home.
And you too early into the season.
Too early say season na ekono. Season na ekono. Yo, season na ekono. Season when sound corner chibio. The problems you find out so want me resolve or pre-season. Need the rest season more yaw. Too early. Too early has been a football language. I judge you at too early BM. One check here, you send the football almost all levels. I've done a resource. First and my coach is bread. They say almost all levels. What do you check division 2 to follow? A development no crown. Too early, you. Let's top level too early. Oh, Valencia mono. They are not severe mo. Omonya clubs are mobile hard Europe. You have to look at the attack on the Basa. Me so be free baby Baba church Basa Chiro ye and net and now Chinadia. But me see this defense. No. And especially the kind of midfielders na Hansi Flicker Bono. Or more the kind of defenders that protect you. Or more join the game as game no call. But if somebody thinks that defense ya Basa as I say Inigo Martinez airball Mabasu betimi akọje treble ne double seller as a coin. Even the stability of last year, me say Macquarie. But to them, fancy one more. If somebody wants to believe, say, defense in you. No, defense in you. Defense in you.
See?
Mbappe will ask a lot of questions from this defense. I can't wait for a Clasico for people to believe what I'm saying.
Obey Sana could draw na fee. Asanko last season, the NBM.
Okay. All right. Last season, the say.
Was the last season the Barcelona Madrid?
You know, I feel Barcelona.
Oh, it depends. And I say 1 or 2 now Barcelona conceding in
games be out. Buying when me for the better ball buying game last year. Check early Clasico Sina Barca boy in the door. Mark Casado na neighbor. Okay. It wasn't the Frankie Pedri type of midfield. Me see even the type of midfield that Barca boss is saying. Osako share buying be destroy no. Yo, let's keep calm. That's a difference in it.
So when you money free, say you budget treble, you budget Champions League so.
Basa, what the pressure and a bunch of phone so. Trouble say Champions League, you know. Look, you shall debut her. Most of the attacks what Europe say no. A attacker, almost the key strength of that attack is speed.
Yeah.
Wingers baby room center forward near sharp. Almost top or more top GR for the way Europe. Look, Osime hat-trick we say no. Shall or energy or the fabon or the core room no. Oh yeah, Barca defense where you who the oh yeah as a way clear the ayao. No, Mr. Check top European sides currently. Bayern, PSG, Chelsea, Liverpool, even Spurs crown on for encounter. More attacking is speed and energy, explosiveness, born torch your boko. For Madrid Brabisham, and then you have Vinicius and Mbappe. If you can't track back another high line Asako, and if we are feeling say so money them believe me no man go show. Desire do when you know go the share. Say buying your counter, they have our free attackers say follow ball no. Yeah, buying Barca defense. I'm beginning to say more about the defense, and yet defense in yet. Now Barca defense culturally, na attacking control no more defense na hotono. Now Rafinha ni ho Lewandowski na nice papa on the adena kwa akoye no. Rashford na the man in form wa attack ho. Meaning say attack ni collective controls are. And one individual be in all form. Unlike last year, unim say by SG Lami wa show be criti. Lewandowski betimi a share Rafinha eye day obesha baako or obe assist. It hasn't been the case this time around. Mr. Rashford on quality player or form. On Ukraine senior yaw ugidi wonmu. Statistically, the numbers they are better than other members. But anytime Barca will control in games, you defense na ho dey. You know what the final ten no more defense na ho atomo. No my supporting cast. But if the burden and the responsibility never the defense na so now I get so much exposed. They said the Inter Milan a BM no. Oba me some about me body and so. PSG so Oba me some body and so. Who survived?
Okay.
And yet you was slow sell there. Bramso. Once a while, na me call so. Where do you say Brabinams me could be? Who got exposed? Company yard in a habitat in a bonabasso. Company yard, to be very honest.
Wama buying game no. Aside different.
Now you come to a point to agree with me, say the BMC. If you want to analyze a coach beyond just a trophy. This are the beyond the trophy. Mkuanka the Becasamo. Unyi coach da. Okay, you for trophy. Kakrawa 1 or 2 be our general fencing. Who has been buying Munich as a club? Buying who said the Barca who said the Madrid who. Some for example, when me know the car, somebody are saying a Barca who. Say Madrid who know. Yow, Madrid or heritage be say. The style of player man for get the superstars, get the best players here. The style of play, identity, whatever. Get the big boys on the market, get them here, get the top coach. It has been Madrid. The style of play in the day. Madrid identity in the day. They always go for top quality players. The Wasaro and Tem, the Obe Piquet, whatever. Or they just lead your Champions League. It has been the case all along. But Barca, they own to me Madrid and caught that kind of sizable budget they come market. So, and also I combine it 1 or 2 superstars from the market. Not to be free. No, so they call that has been Barca. And they're buying so they say they have a national ideology. As you show me goalkeeper. If you are not about center backs, Osha spine of the side, you know, the Bianomia Germany for. To your coach number 5 Jumanoa. Who don't you for a trophy my crown? Yes, I am on my way. We will go to their style of play. But Osha, Manuel Noya, and Nemu,
Joshua Kimmich,
and Nemu, Bastuba, center back, your call Dortmund, almost a coach in a buy, you know. They have all those players. And culturally, they have a style of player from France and Theatre, Monyal, Becente Lizarazu. Every left back, be a Janeko and Mokreti or speed. Say Davies, say Guerrero. I'm all right back on him bought me bomb for Sarah Kimmich and I'm sana flipping lambs so pepe. In a final third, I'm maintaining recap for the sa and recap for the capability to score goals. Say Robin, Frank Ruben, they were not the first wingers are buying woe. Lewandowski wasn't the first centre forward. It cuts through the line. Miroslav Klose, Ivica Ole from Champions League 2012 final and Obey replacing Frank Ribery. No, Omanya, Mario Gomez, Asane Lewandowski. They've maintained and never fire Hurricane. What's a win? So Sergi Gnabry, Leo Sani, I say fire, Coleman, Bebum, I say Waki. Now they have the best 2 wingers in the game. I'll cut top 10 wingers. I'll be able to nation. Luis Diaz, Michael Olise. They can create, they can score.
Omo buying a Chelsea game no, irrespective of that early mistakes na Chelsea here when they consider their first 2 goals no. And you okra na measure buying play. Which means say coach na handwork. Yejuma. But on a problem. A bar problem. Midfield Hurricane drop a bar. Watching or center back number. Quick passes. Listen, Luzubo, or critiquing chances at his own will.
Now, one secret be among wingers type on motor. There's one secret. Among direct wingers, among technical wingers.
Me.
One Garibay type on bottom. I mean, that's not their type. Or to winger, we lateral be obedi one grow. On Luis Diaz, Michael Olise. On any day, there's no fullback stopping these guys. Supported by Afonso Davies. No more the speed. Conrad Lima. No more the speed you follow. Lateral, no, they have a combo. It's a set your Trent and a Salamo for me, you know. And Bayern has maintained that picture for a long time. And Untina, I'm going to foreign coach Ancelotti, ne Pep, no, or sleep here. No, the Japan case, or you know. About the show, no, cancer, see any, no more circle. Now, company dear, why are they? Because you're honey at the no. Belgium and England. But Pep ideology no buying for visa Pep and farm no. They say, oh, this time we have a structure. So you go for company. If you can't legacy company and whatever they are there na company, but they have an existing structure.
ball we no ma Burnley ball. Burnley ball championship no dey qualify by the Premier League.
But the
ball na fair, but only quality to say the the Arsenals, the Chelseas, the Manchesters ebe
You are so right.
But not Burnley ball no. Who say Pep adeni bi work company mu.
It was so clear. Even with a lesser quality as Okano. But the conversation doesn't end here. We're maintaining all that they want, which is stability. Now it goes way beyond the borders of Germany.
Not to me.
Buying who say baby Liverpool in them Europe no can be. Buying ne Barca Manchester Ayemre. I said buying it me move quickly go. For a few years, I'm not Dortmund and no. But the assess company beyond just the oil and the whole and the company challenge. Last year, how was the case? But also, I feel conversation are quite different. Had it not been inter defense, it was so tough. And also game from the first leg. The conversation will change this time. Even Harry Kane, when you know personally, they will feel say as someone you be bakum you be. I don't want to say so, especially Europe. No, now they are telling us about farmer. They so you're buying the young. That's why now when you say but company is honestly working, and I agree with Herbert Hena on the point set. So for company aye adwuma ade amamono Gareth Bale advice semi awoko kan dey yaw mention that with time kakra wo, but I would want to say something to Liverpool club no so many kind of so die. What is this Liverpool? And no me can say menyon come me point am for don't say menyon ko ho na won auto players me Liverpool. That's so much because I felt say ma be bia insist menyon coin. And the question is, when you go back to bench, you know, or fight for a starting spot. And somebody could be respecting who he has been. Now I feel to me it grow quickly. It's you know say me boss Spurs, me boy Napoli, me boy Inter Milan. Inter ma two chance there. Obama semenyo chance. Semenyo explosive striker. Go no sheti Liverpool no. Any other couple of goals, me should goals to do now. Sometimes I keep telling you, say your center for is beyond man. You can a more low technical index into almost share goals from close range. To say Haaland, oh, Jano Juan Bobo na ba, Koponum. Only that technical hit, not the back and touch it to the ball. Said Ronaldo, Rooney, mutimi suma ball from distance and echo. Enchia, that's not Haaland. That's not Giroud. And you're type no. It's a close range. Or the ball number box to no predator. Lukaku, how many long range no say Lukaku washe? On the Benteke mo. Into box to no nobody did no kakrabi. What in common I say? But Semenyo is different. He can score in the box and he can also score from distance or far ball no the bar. Nothing should stop him. But let me speak to Liverpool. What John Luis Diaz at the Cobain now so for Nico Williams. Does that tell me say na Nico, Luis Anko out of technical reasons. Yantena see squad ni say, oh, ye hear Luis Anko. Patriotti say, ye tree home from that style of play. For instance, omo ball, Mane, Salah, Firmino, no, and omo come for Darwin Núñez for dynamism. And then I'm working, so almost Anko na. So no more chamo for Luis Diaz profile. No, they were still going for another winger. Dachibi. Now they know Muja Luis Manakoi.
Or say Drew Ebina play an ankasa beso movie on. And then father so pressure. Okay, say never pana numerous interviews and was like Nebane de na Barca badi or Beko. Okay, those times. After I say oh more kidnapping and like releasing no. Now me kasa biya Nebano in your Barca bebo. So plan A was Barcelona. You know who this is someone who say
yeah.
A sika something I'm a Barca and me anfa. So then Barca and me and buying here another opportunity.
So it means a player no power.
Yeah, that player no every like.
No, yeah. That's not football. Madrid, you don't we listen person me really. No, there every club has its own power. It's a project in episode you win here. You touching the kwa. And nothing to be seen there. Sa PSG 222 no more fan name no. Deep down the spine, Barca fans yeah. You don't do that to Madrid. You don't. Even Madrid, you want to move BBA with the told them similar said no club World Cup about no ba. Luis Diaz person ko no koi. But they held on to Salah, Virgil van Dijk ne omo makano. So because so JDS man ko na ko peni ko dia o twen wa kwachiro. Ana
Samu.
Oh, the one this guy has adapted already to the system.
Okay.
When your mass assist we know his potential, we know his talent. But well, let's see because the mama Adrian want to say Fran Vitz and no sacrifice Isaac any ekitike Barbie no with the presence of Salah, Cody, Gakpo and all of that. What's any more no for Kiesa kan shedding more players at the end of the day 4-3-3 Premier Sapen FM 4-2-3-1 you want a lone striker to lead the line with two flamboyant wingers. Now you keep pressure on the bench and in the squad.
So every position I'm up two quality.
Wow. So why let go Luis Diaz?
Big question. That's new. Meza.
Yes, yeah.
Of
course. Luis Diaz addition to the Bayern Munich national team will only strengthen their cause for Adia Yenim say your identity, especially with the wingers or more in the past years. I think we're one big loss the Liverpool any proper replacement in this particular setup just to complement or more that. Maybe with time things will get better. And I say Liverpool will try and find a solution as soon as possible to make sure say the level of intensity we say the more team no. How did you call by Munich no? A proper replacement to come in. But I think under Vincent Kompany, Fancy is becoming a key player in the Bayern Munich setup, which my manager the man because no be say alcohol and can prove it to be very difficult for him.
As yes,
with the situation of Sadio Mane, but this guy is meant for the Bundesliga. He's meant for the high intensity game, and they will love him. They will love him. Ombe Penasem, and he's a player extraordinaire. Ya onana me drain Barcelona issue no ho kakra. Omo more Sevilla no. Omo lose to Sevilla by 4-1 no. Players in excuse omo de man here say omo hia more intensity. Omo games mo. Now so hia more intensity I meaning say you need to buckle up your physical traits whenever you get into games. In this instance, Barcelona battle with injury situations. Meaning a muzzle, a brain, a calf, a ACL. Gavi out of this discussion because on a surgery TV. Ferran Torres, a free Spain camp, muzzle injury. Lewandowski, akupuli muzzle injury. Yesu akakunya adia ne bobo aneta e tie. Now ohwe ono ne konchen na Femi Lopez so konchen dada. Rafinha won chen dada. So beba weekend we mrani krabia na be kire. So be start.
Oh no cross suffer relapse. What more than a classico.
Now this team needs intensity. But here lies the case. Players here omoboyi nyine. Fancy. A bremupra and in your marketing kitty be netted. How do they solve this particular problem with a small squad? Right after Omu game against Borussia Dortmund last season, there was a meeting that went on where Omu etna se din komo se Club World Cup no man ko bi ne hardring. Na ne hardring ni nyina gina se scan ke be pie free that competition nim no. Combat media IBB, but in the long run they talked about it. No, say injury situations in a pija kosura yahu bechire yenti yanko no krede. Now manko no mobile scam injury say hatim no.
So na say beginning discussion and now be mu flow say players no call Club World Cup now on be suffer from burnout
no.
Inti abema
Baba. That is the reason, and then despite someone qualified, they said definitely you have reasons to justify. Say, "Oh, you're happy." Say, "Well, could be all of these things." What must, including some of the players who came out who did not understand the reason why. Yabo season area mid-season momoko because Rafinha crab abonte be kasa ho so be kaya say the intini abo but Rafinha never this season no wadi ka pra wa mo bi o so wadi ka pra There's Real Madrid or one boy could do the quarter final. And I'm players no. I'm fit the move bonnet. These are some of the things that in football we always say you can have a total view of not participating in something, but sometimes do not allow your personal interest to overshadow or more you're ready to compete in any tournament.